Pleasure today to welcome you all here to the Stantonbury Campus Theatre for our annual Chinese New Year celebration. I'd like to introduce my co-hosts, Ms. Xue Wei and Dr. Jack Ho, who is behind the scenes somewhere, keeping everything under control. And we have some student presenters as well. I'd particularly like to welcome our guest of honor, the Mayor of Milton Keynes, and our honored guest, the representative of the Chinese Embassy in London, Mr. Lei and his wife, Mrs. Lei. Now, the members of Parliament for Milton Keynes North, Mr. Lancaster, and the Member of Parliament for Milton Keynes South, Mr. Stewart, will be joining us later on.
我要特別歡迎尊敬嘅市長先生，我哋嘅各位貴賓，同中國大使館代表雷先生及雷太太，米爾頓堅斯北區同南區議員 Lancaster 先生同埋 Stewart 先生會喺稍後入席。
I do have a few housekeeping announcements, particularly for the children. Could you please not sit on the staircases? I don't think there's anyone sitting on the staircases at the moment. If you can't find a seat, then please see a member of our team. I think we've got a good show for everyone today. I'm sure it won't become necessary, but if, in the event of a major evacuation, we have exits next to the stage on both sides down here, which lead almost immediately outside, and there are exits out the back as well. Toilets back up the stairs in the foyer, just outside the foyer.
以下我有一啲常規事宜要宣佈。首先，請不要佔用兩旁嘅樓梯。如果你揾唔到座位，請向我哋嘅工作人員諮詢。如果需要緊急撤離，緊急出口喺會場嘅左邊同右邊，以及會場後邊嘅左邊同右邊。廁所喺會場主入口附近，面向入口嘅左邊。
Can I also remind everyone not to take any personal photographs or video, please? We'll make official photographs and video available to you digitally. Also, can I take this opportunity to remind everyone to please switch off their mobile phones because so that it doesn't disrupt the performance. I think we've got a great show for you this afternoon. Please enjoy the show. We've got a lottery and prizes, and it's the Year of the Dragon. And I hope our show this afternoon will do justice to this most auspicious of years.
喺表演期間，請不要拍照同錄像。我哋有專人負責拍照同錄像，並可以提供數碼副本。最後，我要提醒各位，請關閉你嘅手提電話，以免影響到表演節目。喺表演結束後，有幸運大抽獎同豐富嘅獎品。希望今日嘅演出可以帶出龍年生龍活虎嘅精神。請大家欣賞演出。
Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the show.
新年好，
我是普通话13班的陈爽。
我祝各位龍年龍騰虎躍，行大運。
我係廣東話第12班李文樂。
我係陳顯龍，我祝各位同學百尺竿頭更進一步。
We wish you all have a lucky, healthy, and prosperous year of dragon. 恭喜發財 ，Happy New Year！
首先有請今日嘅主禮嘉賓米頓堅斯市長為我哋致新年賀詞。
We would like to invite our guest of honor, the Mayor of Milton Keynes, to give us an opening speech. Please warmly welcome the Mayor of Milton Keynes, Chancellor Alan Richards.
Good afternoon, Mr. Liang, Chairman, Excellencies, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen.
主席閣下，尊敬嘅各位來賓們、女士們、先生們，大家下午好。
On behalf of myself and the Mayoress, who will join us later, we thank you for your kind invitation to be with you today, sharing in your celebrations of a Chinese New Year in this Year of the Dragon, which began on the 23rd of January.
謹代表我本人及我嘅夫人，十分感謝你哋盛情嘅邀請，今日嚟到呢度，同大家一齊慶祝1月23日開始嘅中國新年龍年。
Of course, people born in the year of the dragon, such as my wife, are reputed to be innovative, enterprising, self-assured, brave, passionate, and quick-tempered. I answer to that. The dragons, we know, are the free spirit of the Chinese zodiac.
喺龍年出生嘅人，例如我嘅夫人，以創新、進取、自立、勇敢、熱情同爽朗出名。我哋都知道，龍喺中國生肖入邊代表自由精神。
I was privileged to live and work in Hong Kong, or on Hong Kong Island, for 2 years, immediately prior to the handover of this territory to its rightful owners, the Chinese People's Republic of China.
喺香港主權回歸中國前夕，我有幸喺香港工作同生活過2年。
I found living in Hong Kong and the territories as we knew them to be unforgettable, an unforgettable experience and a joy. A period in which I was on the referees' select list of the Hong Kong Football Association as a first-class referee, officiating at many prestigious games whilst living in Stanley Fort.
喺香港嘅生活係一個難忘同愉快嘅經歷。當時我係香港足球總會嘅候選裁判，曾經作為一個1級裁判參加咗好多有聲望嘅比賽。我仲喺赤柱炮台住過。
This was a time in which my admiration for the Chinese people took hold. From individual industry, social culture, kindness, courtesy, hospitality, and the importance of face made a real impact on me and remains with me today.
正係喺嗰段時間，我對中國人同中國文化嘅景仰之情悄然而生。從單個行業到社會文化，從熱情嘅待客之道到關注面子嘅重要性，都對我產生深刻嘅影響，並且一直保留至今。
Of course, all nations have their own unique way of governance, and what works for each country should be respected by others. China is now assuming its rightful place in the world order as a decision maker, expanding rapidly in the free markets, where its currency and fiscal strength, business initiative, entrepreneurial expertise are greatly admired throughout the world.
每個國家都有佢嘅獨特嘅治國之道，並且應該得到其他人嘅尊重。當今嘅中國喺國際事務中積極並正義咁行使決策權，喺自由市場快速擴張。佢有穩健嘅貨幣同財政，有商業自主創新同企業專業經驗，呢啲都被世界各國所羨慕。
I was indeed lucky to have lived the good life within Hong Kong, to have experienced and witnessed the strengths of the Chinese culture and community.
能夠喺香港有一段美好嘅生活，我的確感到十分幸運。佢令我有機會去經歷同見證中國文化同中國社會中優秀嘅一面。
But what of Chinese activities and influence here in our growing city of Milton Keynes? Well, in May and June of last year, first as deputy and later as mayor, I was privileged to receive, and forgive the pronunciations, Professor Zhang Renshu, President of Gongshang University, and Professor Yang Ying, Vice President of Zhejiang Normal University, and their teams to our city to sign mutual agreements of collaboration in education in conjunction with the universities of Northampton, Hertfordshire, Luton, and University College, Milton Keynes. This involves training of exchange lecturers, students, and the delivery of content course material.
但係中國嘅影響力又點樣體現喺我哋日益發展嘅米爾頓堅斯呢？喺2011年5月、6月期間，我先後作為代理市長同市長，好榮幸咁接見咗浙江工商大學校長張仁壽教授同浙江師範大學副校長楊凌教授帶領嘅代表團。我哋聯合北安普頓大學、哈德福德郡、勞頓市、米爾頓堅斯大學簽訂咗教育合作嘅雙邊協議，包括咗講師同學生交流培訓計劃，以及教材嘅交換等等。
Progress is such that UCMK Chairman Miss Julie Mills, was invited to a detailed visit to those universities to develop further the new relationship and understanding which has already taken place.
米爾頓堅斯大學主席 Mills 女士受邀請對呢啲大學進行會訪，以進一步建立合作關係同加深了解。呢啲喜人嘅進展都已經實現咗啦。
I have corresponded severally to the Foreign Affairs Office of the Saizu People's Municipal Government, encouraging the progression of mutual interests.
我都回覆咗台州市人民政府外交事務辦公室，鼓勵更多互惠互利嘅發展。
As a result, I have, together with the leader of Milton Keynes Council, Councillor Andrew Geary, and the Chief Executive Officer, David Hill, received an invitation for a 9-day structural visit to Saizu Municipal Government, commencing on the 10th of March, from Mrs. Yan Zhang, Chief Executive Officer of the UK-China Connection, based here in the UK.
因此，我連同米爾頓堅斯議員 G.S 先生同首席執行官 Hill 先生收到咗英國中英互聯組織首席執行官張賢女士嘅邀請，從2012年3月10日起對台州市人民政府進行為期9日嘅訪問。
Unfortunately, this will not take place until sometime in June, due to various issues and necessary preparations to be undertaken, one of which will be I will have handed over as mayor. And my successor will enjoy the visit, hopefully.
好可惜，因為其他事務同必要嘅準備工作，呢次訪問要推遲到6月份。
I mention these items to illustrate how Milton Keynes Council and partners continually strive to improve cultural and job creation for residents of Milton Keynes and their children. Indeed, fostering such relationships and initiatives regionally, nationally, and internationally is an important responsibility of the elected mayor of this city.
我之所以提及呢啲，係為咗說明米爾頓堅斯市政府同合作伙伴一直不懈努力地為米爾頓堅斯市民同佢哋嘅孩子們改善文化教育同創造工作機會，而促進呢啲地區性、全國性甚至國際性嘅關係同機會，係我作為一個當選市長嘅職責所在。
However, it is vital that both the UK and MK businesses understand how commerce is conducted and developed within China, or within Chinese culture, primarily through the personal contacts, in order to build confidence and respect between participating parties, upon which further developments may follow.
但係關鍵嘅一點係，米爾頓堅斯同英國嘅商家應該首先要通過親身接觸，去理解商務係點樣喺中國運作同發展嘅，以此喺合作方之間建立信心同尊重，才有進一步發展嘅可能。
But importantly, what of the Chinese residents in Milton Keynes? I know your principal activities include teaching Cantonese and Mandarin, promoting vocational and personal development, providing social and educational activities within the Chinese cultural perspective, working with other local and diverse community groups and voluntary organisations with common objectives.
對於米爾頓堅斯嘅華人，主要嘅活動包括教授中文、廣東話同普通話，促進職業同個人發展，從傳播中國文化嘅角度提供社區同教育活動，與當地其他不同嘅社區團體同義工，致力於共同嘅目標。
I have learned that as a registered charity you participate in Milton Keynes Council of Voluntary Organisations. You are a member of the UK Federation of Chinese Schools. Your work is carried out by volunteers, and there's always a demand, like any voluntary group, for more people to come forward to help. You do not discriminate in any form. Charitable donations are always welcomed and appreciated, as is any help you are able to provide this organisation.
我知道作為一個註冊嘅慈善機構，中文學校參加咗米爾頓堅斯市政府嘅義工組織。你哋係英國中文學校聯會嘅成員之一。學校靠義務工作人員參與運作，並且一直需要新嘅義務工作人員。 學校沒有任何形式嘅歧視，慈善捐款多多益善，有錢出錢，有力出力。
Milton Keynes Council is proud of its Chinese community and the work that it does within our community to strengthen ties across other groups, which contributes greatly to the city's successful social cohesion. And I, on behalf of the Council, congratulate the strong leadership of your organisation for its drive, determination and clear vision provided on behalf of and for its members. And I wish you continued success in the future activities. Thank you again for your kind invitation and the courtesy that has been shown to me. May I, as Mayor, wish each of you an enjoyable time as you celebrate the Chinese New Year. Kong hei fa choi.
米爾頓堅斯市政府為中文社區感到好驕傲，佢嘅工作促進咗社區內其他團體嘅緊密聯繫，呢個為我哋城市嘅安定團結作出咗極大嘅貢獻。我代表市政府祝賀中文學校有咁樣強大嘅領導力，為華人社區嘅發展提供源源不斷嘅動力、堅定嘅信心同清晰嘅視野。我祝願你哋將來嘅活動繼續取得成功。再一次感謝你哋嘅邀請，我同我嘅夫人都感到萬分榮幸。請讓我作為市長，祝願每個人都開開心心咁過中國新年，恭喜發財。
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Now we would like to invite our chairman, Mr. Liang, to give us a few words.
多谢市长为我们致辞。下面有请中文学校及社区中心主席梁国楚先生为我们致辞。有请梁主席。
Mr. Mayor, thank you for the wonderful speech. It is a hard act to follow. Mr. Mayor, Mr. and Mrs. Lei, distinguished guests, members, teachers, volunteers, thank you for joining us to celebrate the Year of the Dragon.
多謝市長先生精彩嘅演講，市長先生、雷先生及夫人，各位尊敬嘅來賓，各位理事、老師同義務工作人員，多謝你哋今日嚟同我哋一齊慶祝龍年。
Dragon must be free and uninhibited, always doing things in a grand and spectacular way. This characteristic should benefit our younger members who will need all the energy and strength to do well in this world. A hot topic at the moment is Tiger Mother. I'm sure our community will harness this energy and channel it in a positive way.
龍嘅個性自由自在，不受拘束，處事大方得體，常常有驚人之舉。呢種個性對我哋嘅年輕人應該有所幫助，因為喺當今社會，佢哋需要用更多精力同動力去達成目標。最近有個關於虎媽嘅熱門話題，我相信我哋嘅社區都可以將龍嘅能量轉化，用相似同積極嘅方式推而廣之。
I'm pleased to announce that our school is in an excellent state of health, and student members had increased from previous years. True to tradition, our academic team had delivered excellent academic results again. All the students who sat for GCSE last academic year achieved A star. It reflects not just the hard work of the students, but also the nurturing and encouragement from the teachers and the parents.
我可以好高興咁宣佈，我哋學校嘅運作一切良好，學生人數比往年有所增加。繼承往年嘅優良傳統，我哋嘅考試班繼續取得優異嘅成績。所有喺去年參加 GCSE 考試嘅同學都取得 A star。呢個不僅反映咗同學們嘅努力，亦得益於老師同家長嘅循循誘導同鼓勵。
We have successfully organized a large number of community activities. Just to name a few, we have Chinese musical instrument workshop, youth orchestra, young students and basketball workshop, food hygiene courses, harmonica class, clay flower class, and art class. In terms of winning external competitions. Our youth orchestra was runners-up in a nationwide MKCSCC music festival. And just off the press, our 3 entries for the MKCSCC Chinese New Year card competition, all our entries were in the winning list.
我哋仲成功組織咗好多社區活動，呢啲活動包括中國樂器班、青少年管弦樂團、青少年籃球班、食品衛生課程、口琴班、黏土陶藝班、美術班等等。我哋參加嘅全國比賽成績都唔錯。我哋嘅管弦樂團喺全英中文學校聯會舉辦嘅音樂節中取得第2名。有個更新鮮嘅消息，喺全英中文學校聯會舉辦嘅新年賀卡比賽中，我哋選送嘅3件作品都喺獲獎名單之上。
This is a perfect occasion to thank our volunteers, teachers, trustees, and all the helpers in helping us to achieve all these things. I often hear requests for, why don't we have more activity? My answer is always have been, why not join the team? And with your extra help, we can do that much more.
我想借今日呢個機會，感謝辛勤工作嘅理事、義務工作人員、老師同助理。我經常被問到，可唔可以有更多社區活動啊？我嘅回答係：點解唔加入我哋嘅行業呢？有你嘅幫助，我哋一定可以做更多事。
On behalf of our organization, I would like to express our gratitude to MK Council, businesses, and individuals who have supported us financially or otherwise.
我仲要代表學校同社區，非常感謝米爾頓堅斯市政府、各商戶同個人對我哋喺財政同各方面嘅鼎力支持。
I would like to conclude by wishing all of you, may the year bring you joy, health, and prosperity.
最後，恭祝各位喺龍年吉祥如意、身體健康、財源廣進。
Thank you.